Hello boys, it's me, guys and girls, it's me, Cool Yoshi here, welcoming you back to my blind playthrough, Detective Pikachu Returns for Nintendo Switch. In the last video we left off trying to find out about the fabled Aurora drop, which is a jewel that just got stolen again, despite us doing everything we can to get it back. So now we're going to continue with that, yeah. We left off exploring these mysterious ruins. And we have to find clues left by Professor Gordon, then begin deducing. We're going in here though, because his Slowpoke is, turns out he's right here, but he's now frozen. Wow. He's here, Slowpoke, we're not your partner. Thought Mr. Go was back and now he's disappointed. He calls Professor Gordon Mr. Go, huh? That's cute. Hey, Tim. Looks like his feet are frozen solid. I think he's stuck. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can't leave him like this. What can we do to help? What if we ask Rachel for help and then we try pulling him out together? Sounds like a plan. This is Professor Gordon's Sopic, right? Yeah, I think so. Why is he frozen? We gotta help him quick. Won't be easy with ice this solid.
Snow.
Don't worry, we'll pull you free.
3, 2.
Almost there. No.
How's those?
Little help here?
Oh.
Not funny, Rachel.
Come on, quit playing around. Wait, huh? Uh-oh. Isn't this Slowpoke's tail? Hey, are you okay? Slow. I see.
Hey.
Your tail really grows back fast. Slowpoke. I can keep this? Don't mind if I do. Slowpoke.
Interesting.
Slowpoke.
Looks like we managed to get him free, thank goodness. It says thank you for rescuing him. I'm really glad we can help, though you're heavier than you look. So I'll give you his tail just now, Pikachu. Yeah, do you know Slowpoke tails are good eats? You can't help but smile when you sink your teeth into one. Huh, you don't say. How'd you end up frozen anyway? Happened so suddenly that you're not sure? What about your partner Gordon? Where's he? You were asleep until just now, so you don't know? I wish I was that carefree. Well, that's too bad. So what do you remember, Slowpoke? Can you tell us anything at all?
Hey.
Let's confirm, you're Gordon's partner, right? Just as we thought, so you came here to help with Gordon's research, and he always brings you along on all of his research trips, eh? What sort of things do you do to help the professor? You're good at spraying water, eh? How's that helpful to Gordon? Oh, I see. Gordon brings you along instead of bringing a canteen. That's a choice. Can you tell us what happened when you got frozen? It only happened so suddenly. He was already frozen by the time he noticed anything was wrong. What was the professor up to when you got frozen? It says that Gordon had gone off somewhere, and when Slowpoke tried to follow, that's when he got frozen. He sat here wondering what to do until he fell asleep. To believe he managed to sleep in a place with 2 days in a place this cold.
Hey.
Now, where did Professor Gordon go? Was Gordon with you when you entered this room? Okay, so they were together at that point. When did you and the professor get separated? Right after they reached this room, Gordon told Slowpoke to use his water to wash off the dust in her mirror. That did that, Gordon suddenly noticed something and rushed out of the room. Later, he heard Gordon call out in surprise from the next room, and there was a rumbling, rocky sound. To hurry and catch up, but that's when he got frozen. Interesting. And right after you got frozen, you heard that rumble again. So you heard that rumbling sound twice, eh, Servo? You have any idea what Gordon might have noticed? Monday, so the murals in this room are really big. Bet there's a clue hidden somewhere in these murals. Thanks for all the info, Slowpoke. You've been a huge help. Conversation just sounded like a bunch of Pikas and so says to me. Still, they talked for a pretty long time. Talking about, could you understand them, Tim? No, of course I can't understand them. Alright then, I can stay here for a while and look after Slowpoke. I want to at least make sure he's okay. He was stuck in the ice for 2 days after all. Got it. Thanks, Rachel. In that case, let's get back to our investigation. According to Slowpoke, Gordon does something when he looked at these murals. Then these murals must hold the key to finding the professor's whereabouts. Better take a close look at them.
Yes.
Okay. Silently, but otherwise he seems fine. I gave us all my lunch and he perked right up. I'll take care of Slowpoke. You just focus on finding the professor.
Slowpoke.
You're pretty desperate to go find Gordon, aren't you? Get that you're worried, but you've really got to take it easy for a bit. Yeah, you've had a rough couple of days yourself. We found a mini-air just kind of chilling over here. Is that Pokemon trying to tell us something? Yeah, Minior says it wants to go back home. Where is it, son? Lives up in the Yosemite Vale. They fall down in the ground when their shells get too heavy. Wow, that high up? If we to get rid of its shell, do you think we can make it back up there? Wonder if we can find a Pokemon powerful enough to break its shell. So now we have these murals to deal with here too. Well, these are the murals the professor was looking at. They both depict a simian. How do you know which of these two murals he was actually looking at? Maybe he looked at both of them. Either way, we'll have to give them each a thorough section. And there's something when he was looking at these arrows. We should check them out as well. Make sure to miss any details. Look at this Brazilian spells. It's only a berry. You're right. It's got a blueberry. This facility has a pretty strange section. Yeah, like it just ate something sour. Our way to interpret that face. There's anything else to see in this video? Yeah, I think we're finished here. Let's go investigate somewhere else. This wall's way more frozen than the others. If you look closely, it seems there's another mirror on the middle wall too. On this ice anyway, we can't see what the barrel is depicting. If we want to see this barrel, we're gonna have to do something about all this ice first. I wonder what was drawn here. Exactly. I should Gordon noticed something when he was looking at these arrows. Look at this Brazilian spells. It's only a mirror. It's got a yellow berry. And a blueberry, but this one's yellow. Look at this Brazilian's face. It seems happy. It's like my face when I've just eaten something sweet. Think there's anything else to see in this mural? Yeah, I think we're finished here. Let's go investigate somewhere else. So a pretty huge chunk of ice. I know it's cold here all, but could something like that have really formed that tree? It seems kind of suspicious. Exactly. I don't know about you, but if it's something I found out, it's very, very cold in here. Like, really, really cold. I'll say that much. Oh, we can't even go here.
Well,
Looks like we can't go any farther this way. Maybe we can get through all this, Vic. I could just barely see if it's the other side, though. Really, let me take a look. Yeah, there's definitely something there.
I see something moving.
Oh.
looks like a suspicious shadow. I'm curious to know what it is, but we should look into it later.
Yeah. Let's come back another time.
We have to come back another time, man. Seems a little different than ours. Yeah, it's definitely got a pretty strange shape. What do you suppose it's doing here? I know this is a big one, but it won't let me examine it, apparently. Something shot or so piled up like this. We've already seen this. Let's go to the middle part. We never shown this. This all looks different than the ours. Yeah, there's a leaf of Aegis/slash carved into it. What in the world could it mean? Hey Tim, look at the floor. Found it. They look like human footprints. For the size, I guess they were made by an adult male. You're right. Something weird about these footprints. I'll say, the tip of the last footprint is cut off by the wall. It sounds like the wall was made after the footprints were left here. That doesn't seem possible though, does it? What could have happened?
Okay, let's start deducing.
Alright. Now we can deduce. Hey, gone. Let's think about this together. Probably went beyond this wall, knowing us.
Oh.
Maybe this path extends past the relief of Aegis/. Could have blocked off the path after the professor had already gone through. Does this seem possible to you? The entrance to the village was closed out, even though we know go ahead and open it. It's possible that this reef is also entrance, and it also closed after Gordon walked through it. Case, maybe there's another mechanism that will move this reef. Yeah, we just gotta figure out what it is. Alright. Now we need to figure out what kind of mechanism controls this Aegis/ wall. Do that. There's the ink design on the switches at the entrance. Ink design might be used inside the bronze too. Not necessarily. We have no reason to think the same type of mechanism is being used here. I mean, there aren't any physical clues here. Visual clues though. For now, let's just look around the rooms for anything that seems unusual. We can think about the mechanism afterwards. Seems like we already looked around enough, so let's take a look at it. Figured out how to get past the Aegis/ reef. Freezing the metal statue. Maybe we can activate the mechanism by having the statue hold the same berries the Visinian and the murals are holding. Should make the most sense. Yeah.
Oh.
We have the statues hold the same berries as the Visinians and the murals. You know, both the statues and the murals depict Visinian. So you think they're both connected to the mechanism. In fact, Visinian and the murals are holding berries. These aren't, so I think we need to make the statues match the murals. I get what you're saying. We can probably pull that off by placing berries on the statues. Statues look like they're perfectly posed for holding berries too. There's just one problem though. Yep, each mural depicts a different berry. Exactly. Means we need to give each of the three statues a different berry. But what berry are we supposed to give which statue? Alright. So that was very quick. Berry should be placed on the statue to the left. I think it's only answer to assume the leftmost statue. Barrel correspond to each other. That barrel depicts a yellow berry and a happy Visinian. And Simeon's accession is a clue about the flavor. It'd be silent because it ate something sweet. Oh, that's baking. So we need to place a sweet yellow berry on the statue. Okay, let's find a berry that ticks those boxes. Ace on the statue, alright. I bet the answer is in the right bus here. The arrow on the right depicts a blue berry and a Simian with a puckered up face. Look at that face. That's the face someone makes when they've just eaten something sour. Means so there's gotta be a sour blueberry. Let's go find a berry that ticks those boxes, Tim. Should we place on the middle statue? The middle barrel because it was pheasant ore. We gotta figure out that thing to do about the icers. I don't think anything we can do to get rid of ice, I bet. True, in that case, we should get help from our Pokemon. Yeah, there are lots of Pokemon outside the bins. Let's go ask the Pokemon if any of them can help.
Oh!
Trying to get fire into ruins, we'll have to gather the berries depicted in the murals. Right, we need a sour berry that's blue and a berry that's yellow. Colors we can see, so that part's easy, but what about the flavors? Even I don't know what every berry tastes like. Guess we'll have to try them all. Gonna eat them? That's the fastest way to get the info we need, right? I guess. Just don't make yourself sick, okay? Don't worry, we Pokemon love berries. Alright, Tim. Then let's go get those berries. Alright. Now we know exactly where to go. Now we just have to find the that we're looking at.
Yes.
Looking for berries? The professors and assistants are at a research site. They always carefully survey the surrounding area. Chris should be able to heal if there are any berries you can't find. Okay. Looks like we have to go outside of the ruins, because there's nothing else we can do here. I like this game. It's definitely puzzle-like in nature, since, after all, the Detective could almost be considered a sort of puzzling game in such a way. Look at the berries here. Know anything about the berries that could be picked around here? He's found a blueberry nearby, but he says it was bitter and not tasty at all. You wish you could find sweet berries instead, huh? So you can find bitter blueberries around here.
Hey!
So are things that you're good at. He can clean up pots and plates until they're spotless and sparkling. He washes dishes? That's really helpful. He means eating a very last scrap of food until the pots and plates are spotless. Sounds like that's a vein of pride for Munchlax. So it doesn't wash dishes after all, it just really loves eating. Something you wanted to ask?
Excuse me?
Do you know anything about the berry trees that grow around here? Yeah, I wandered around and explored a bit, waiting for the professor. Different berries here. Haban berries, nanap berries, pinap berries. Seem they're right in your tomato berries, though. Tomato berries? Yeah, they're spicy red berries. The professor loves them. When I cook for the professor, he always loves any dish I flavored with tomato berries. So he knows just what flavor he likes. Sounds like we'd get along. Fortunately, I just used up all the tomato berries I brought with me. See that tree over there with no berries on it? It's actually a tomato tree. Someone must have picked all the berries already. Well, I was hoping to add a little more to this curry. Blueberries go in here. Let's see what they taste like. Hard and they're bitter too. These are definitely Koba berries. I need a glass of water. Are you okay, Pikachu? Andrea, you're one of the cliff up playing hide and seek, or are you? Yeah, that's right. We're still trying to find him. They asked us to help find you. Find you here, eh? Do you have other plans after this? You should head back. Alright. What berries here? What kind of berries can you find around here? Pick sweet yellow berries from the tree you live in. So that's why you like this tree. Sweet yellow berries, eh? So you can have some if you want. Thanks. If you need any, we'll let you know.
Hey.
Do you have any handy skills? Apparently it's really good at throwing berries. Seems as it often competes with its friends to see who can throw the farthest. So its friends are also its rivals. Okay. There's some yellow berries growing here. These look like sugar berries, right? Here, let me taste them to make sure. I know the sweet, delicious flavor anywhere. These are 100% chuka berries. Sweet yellow berries, eh? Alright. Still have to go and find a lot of the clefas, so I guess we'll focus on doing that first. If only we could figure out how to make it not so cold out. It's definitely intimidating. Some yellow berries going here. These are pineapple berries. Here, let me taste one. The skin is sour, but the fruit inside has an iconic spicy flavor. Pineapples are yellow, sour, and spicy. Noted. I think they taste bad, but the two flavors have a pretty delicate balance going on.
Noted.
Yeah, about the berries. What can you tell us about the berries around here? 2 different kinds of berries right by this pond. They probably fell from the 2 trees near the pond. One is a kind is a sour blueberry, and the other sounds like the other kind is yellow and has a sour, spicy flavor. Don't worry about Tab, we're not here to steal your berries.
Hey.
What are you particularly good at? Skiing and swimming, huh? Summoners too? Sometimes they even give rides to the other Pokemon here. Nice big leaves hat. I can see how they'd be able to swim with a Pokemon hitching a ride on top. Some blueberries going here. Those might be Yachi berries. Let me give them a chase. Whoa, they're so sour, but the aftertaste is really fresh. Yep, these are definitely Yachi berries. There's no mistaking that sourness. Even berries that are sour. Huh? Gonna have to get a lot of stuff here. There's a Cleffa. Cleffa looking for you asked us for help in finding all of you. Thought no one would find you here? Don't underestimate the observational powers of a great detective. You got some other plans after this, right? Go on. It's time to go home. Alright.
Okay, let's start deducing. Great.
Alright. Okay, apparently I'm able to fix some of these. Which berry should we place on the statue to the right? Which berry is blue and sour? It's supposed to be a blue sour berry, then I think we'll need a Yanchi berry. Yep, if it checks all the boxes, it's gotta be right. Okay, let's take that one to the statue. Berry should be placed on a statue to the left. Yeah, which berry is yellow and sweet? Yeah, that's fine. It needs to be sweet and yellow, then I think we need a shuka berry. Makes sense. The shuka berry's color and flavor are exactly what we're looking for. Okay, let's bring one to the statue. So yeah, I figured those two were done already.
Great Detective Coffee Note number 4.
This is different.
Filtered coffee grounds can actually neutralize odors. Try putting some in your shoe cabinet.
It's the first time we actually heard something different.
Oh.
Okay, no cliff around here, interestingly enough. The guy still doesn't have anything to say. I'm just getting some pink berries going here. I think these are nab berries. As for the taste, yep, no mistaking the sweet flavor. Definitely nab berries. Got it. The nab berries are pink and sweet. I think I kind of want to eat another one. Let me see some questions.
Hey,
Do you know what berries can be found here? It says there are pink berries growing on a tree it always plays in. Mean the tree right next to you? Is that where you play? Gotcha. What do the pink berries taste like? That's sweet, huh? Sounds like you really love them. I like sweet berries too.
hey,
Tell us what you're good at particularly. Comes to shooting fire, no one can beat you. You sound pretty confident in that. Whoa, that's odd. Guess this chat cheered it up a little.
okay, let's start deducing. First. Hey,
Headed towards the ruins, right? If you want to find them in there, we'll let you know. So red berries going here. These look like haban berries. What's going to taste test? Does the ain't bitter taste? Yep. These are definitely haban berries. So haban berries are red and bitter. Got it. I'd rather grab coffee if I'm craving something bitter. Alright. It's alright, we're still searching for the other crap. Yeah, okay. Alright. So those things we found out at Pokemon that would be useful. Well, it could help us get rid of the ice. Maybe we could melt the ice with fire. Could melt the ice with its flames. Yeah, some heat ought to melt all that ice. Maybe this one was too easy. Monferl seems to be struggling in this cold though. I wonder if he'll be willing to help us. Monferl says it's confident about its fire skills. Maybe if we butter it up a bit, it'll agree to help. Just leave the talking to the Pokemon to me. Alright.
Alright.
We need to ask Monferno if it can help us melt the ice covering the mural. Right, let's go ask Monferno. So far, this has been kind of a tricky level. We have a bunch of side quests or local concerns to do, but we can't even do them without waiting. Yes,
Please, we need
especially
your
in
power.
this build, he
just
says.
give it your best shot.
Oh, alright, I'll try.
Great. We're counting on you.
Wow, there was so much more ice, but it all melted clean away. Now we can get a good look at that middle mural. Feeling the warmth of your flames for a moment, the cold feels even worse. I'm sorry about that. We pushed you pretty hard. You're gonna move somewhere warm until the snow stops? Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much for helping us before you leave, Monferno. Hope you come back here when it gets warm again. And off it goes. It's up to us now. Yeah, that Monferno's melted the ice for us. Let's check out that middle mural. What do you think we'll get from the mural now? Remember to think how it relates to the statues, Tim. So, let's see where we look first. Simeon is breathing fire. Can Simeon even do that? No, they can't use those kinds of moves. They need to eat something so spicy it's breathing fire. You know what exciting it. Simeon told me a red berry. Red berry this time. I wonder what kind of berry it is. I don't think there's anything else to see in this video. Yeah, I think we're finished here. Let's go investigate somewhere else. We're finally able to examine the middle barrel. Now we need to think of what sort of berry we should place on the middle statue. The Simeon that's holding a red berry and breathing fire. Very sure Simeon's action is supposed to mean something spicy. Which means we should place a spicy red berry on the middle statue. I wonder if there are any berries that meet these conditions. Why don't we go search outside the roads? Yeah. Think about what berry would work. Of course, we already got that done, so we can immediately do that. You know, what is red and spicy? Okay, that makes sense. That's right, tomato berries do have the right color and flavor, but according to Chris, there aren't any tomato berries around here. What should we do then? Alright. Hunt followed Gordon without a tomato berry. How did the professor manage to swallow this well area? Gordon must have brought a tomato with him. Chris had some that he used in his curry, remember? Yeah, that's true. We can activate the mechanism the same way Gordon did. All we can do now is look for something we can use in a tomato berry space, like what? I think we just need to meet two conditions of the statues, cover and flavor. If you think about it, we may not even need a berry as long as those two conditions are met. So we could look, spicy and red like a tomato berry. It's worth a shot, I suppose. Well, it's like Chris bought a bunch of stuff with him. Let's go ask him what he's got. Maybe he's got something we can use. Good, that's good. Let's go talk to Chris. Let's go see Chris. He should still be cooking. Yeah, maybe he's got an ingredient we can use as a substitute. Alright. Still the same. We still get the same thing as we did before. You think so? The Cleffa might be hiding in those beaks of snow and/or ice. That means we can only get to them when they melt. That's what makes this so tricky, because we can't even complete some of the side quests without first focusing on the actual keys first, so that's why we have to do this at the moment. But then again, because we only go to each area once, it's possible to miss a place, like we would miss a side quest if we progress too much. That's to worry about. Is there something you wanted to ask? Yeah, it's a mulberry. Do you know if there's anything else we can use instead? Else, red and spicy will do, ready? Red and spicy. Well, I got some curry, an apple, and some Zax. What about curry? You say that you often use tomato berries in this curry. Yes, I always bring some along because they're the professor's favorite. The flavor's right, and I guess the color is pretty rad. What about the give me like a regular apple? Yeah, I brought some apples to add a little sweetness to the curry. But not the flavor. Sir, Zax do you have? 5 alarm chips. That spicy flavor is hard to beat, but they're not red. Sorry, but not the cover. Okay. Let's do this. Do you find anything we can use as a substitute for a tomato bearing? The curry, probably. Makes no sense. Wonder if we could just use this tomato berry curry instead. It does have tomato berries in it. Seems like our best bet for a substitute. Let's go try it out. Just need to ask Chris for some of this curry. Hey, would you mind sharing a little of that curry with us? Harry will help you solve a puzzle in the ruins? That's incredible. Take as much as you like. I hope it helps you find the professor. Alright, you know what to put on which statue, don't you, Tim? Why don't we do that right now? Sure, we have nothing to lose. This activates the mechanism. It's an ambush so we're a little bit further in this area. Now we place berries or curry on all the statues. What now?
Whoa! Oh!
Relief of Aegislash.
Just as I thought. The path continues on past these statues.
I gotta say, it's pretty incredible that using curry actually worked.
Now we can keep going. Sorry and find Gordon. Alright.
Slowpoke.
Oh, hello, Slowpoke. How you doing?
It's that slowpoke again.
He must have followed us here because he's worried about the professor.
Makes sense. You are partners, after all. Feel free to tag along at your own pace. Slowpoke.
Yes.
I can keep looking after Slowpoke so you can go on ahead. Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, find the professor soon for Slowpoke's sake as well. Yeah, you're right. Hope he's not far behind, dear.
Yes.
Great detective tip number 2. If you want to catch a culprit, start with their Pokémon. You can learn a lot from their partner Pokémon. Slowpoke.
You were frozen in place until just a bit ago. Don't hurt yourself by moving too much. See, well, you're a loyal one, that's for sure. So Socialist is off to the right. Oof, it's even colder down here. Hey Tim, can I borrow your jacket? Covered in fur, Pikachu. Shouldn't you be better suited to the cold than me? No, fur, this place is cold. If we keep standing around like this, we'll freeze on. At this point, we better hurry and find Professor Gordon for our own sake. Yeah. Falling this far, I don't think we can get across. It's really deep. The professor hasn't come this way. Wait, Tim, look.
Look! These are the professor's footprints. Did he fall in?
Doesn't seem like it. Look what's on the other side.
Oh.
It's his hand. That hand belongs to Professor Gordon. Looks that way. Found a clue, but how do we get across? Wait, Slowpoke. Did I just hear?
Yes.
Thank goodness he stopped. What's going on, Rachel? I have no idea. Slowpoke suddenly took off running. Mr. Go went this way. He wants to go too. But look at this hill, Slowpoke. Isn't it obvious we can't get across? You got a brilliant plan? It'd be great if Slowpoke could help us somehow, but are you sure that's a good idea? I'll leave it to you then.
Okay, do your thing. Slowpoke. Slowpoke.
all come from?
Oh,
Completely fill it with water, but how are we supposed to get across? Huh? Hey, wait.
Huh?
Ram ahead on his own. That Slowpoke is a real handful. Leave, Slowpoke. Guy could have given us a head up before he filled his hole with water and swam off without us. It's too cold for us to swim across. It's not enough to freeze all that water solid, which is a problem. We can get across if we made a bridge or it. Do you see anything we could use as a bridge? Well, no. Sure, Chris wouldn't have anything we could use here. Should we get help from a Pokemon again? Yep, that's a good idea. We need a Pokemon that can help us cross the water. Let's go look for one. Oh, but we already have enough, so let's do that. Because, yeah, we can have Lotad act as stepping stones.
Oh!
That said, they can carry Pokemon while they swim. If we act as stepping stones for us, do you think we could get to the other side? If we cross one at a time, I think they can handle the three of us. Alright, let's go talk to those Lotad. I'm sure they'll be willing to help.
alright, jump in.
That was really quick, simply because we already had talked to them prior.
Oh!
Look, now we got a Lotad bridge. So he has to walk across the reefs on their hands. Thanks, Lotad.
Yes.
Can't believe we get to flow on Lotad. This is like something out of a dream. You really are credible, Tim. You get on so well with Pokemon. There's something else over here too. Let's at least check it out and see what's in here. We have another Minior here. Pokemon looks dizzy. It's a Minior, that Pokemon that lives in the sky. These fellows plummet to the ground if their shells get too heavy. It says there's not much food for it down here. It wants to go back to the side, but its eye is too heavy, so it can't get back there on its own. Think you can go back up there if it get rid of itself, could crush it. Only a really powerful Pokemon could break through that shell. There's a Meryl here too, but it's different from the Vicinity Meryl's I saw upstairs. The Citra might be some kind of clue too. I don't see anything around here that looks like a mechanism. We should be just concentrating on finding the professor. Okay, nothing interesting here, it seems.
Okay, I'm gonna cross now.
Alright, thanks to these Lotad, we made it across. Tim, ask Rachel about the hat. Joel, is this Professor Gordon's hat? Yep, it's definitely the professor's. He said he and Slowpoke wear matching hats. Apparently he's really picky about hats too, and this one's his favorite. Lily, we better get this hat back to him then. If you want to be a first-class guy, you gotta have a good hat.
Okay.
Should be up ahead somewhere. Let's hurry, Tim. Unfortunately, I'm gonna throw you guys a curveball. Yep, it's about that time again. It's the time to end the episode time once again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys later when we continue on with this. Trying to find the professor and get through this really cold environment. Clearly, that's what's happening here. Till then, see you guys later. Bye.